Hey guys, welcome back to the news. Now, some people may have misinterpreted what Peter Obi said. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, has said he would not mind collaborating with other politicians ahead of the 2027 election. Speaking in an interview with News Central, Obi said he was ready to collaborate with any politician, including the former presidential candidate Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. He, however, noted that the focus of such collaboration must be on helping the citizens and not winning the election, where Obi said he is ready to collaborate with those that, wants to move this country forward. He's more interested in lifting people out of poverty. He stated that he is not desperate to be a politician, to be a president. I beg your pardon. He's not desperate to become the president of this nation, but he wants the betterment of Nigerians. He wants a good standard of living for the masses. Obi had made this statement during an interview, and then he claimed that his ambition was to get people to move Nigeria forward in the next general elections in 2027. So, answering questions on the possibility of him accepting to be a vice presidential candidate in 2027, Obi had said that, quite frankly for him, he's not desperate. But he never said he would consider being a vice president. That was what he said. He never said he would consider being a vice president. So, a lot of people had misinterpreted what he said, that he is not desperate to be a Nigerian president, that he's only desperate to see Nigeria work, that if he sees people who can do the work better, then he can consider working with them. But he never said he would be a vice presidential candidate. So he noted that those that picked out the keyword "he's ready to be a vice presidential candidate" deliberately did so, because he never stated that he wants to be a vice presidential candidate. He only talked about collaboration. He only expressed his openness to working with others, provided that their intentions were not centered on state capture, where he emphasized his commitment to partnering with those who shares his vision for advancing Nigeria's progress, and made it clear that he remains committed to the Labour Party. If anyone wishes to negotiate or join forces, then they must disclose their true intentions, as he has always maintained. He's not desperate to become the president. He's only desperate to see this country work. And he did not say he will be a vice presidential candidate, or he will become a vice presidential candidate. So, for the avoidance of doubt, Obi never stated at any time that he would be a vice president to anyone. He has maintained his openness of working with those committed to building a new Nigeria. His commitment to Nigeria remains steadfast, and he believes it is possible to contribute to its progress without occupying any office in the country. Then he is ready to do so. Without occupying any office, without holding any public office, he is ready to do so. This is contrary to what the news headlines, had noted, that he's willing to be a vice president. So we, has stated that people took that statement from him in a wrong way. He's not saying he will be a vice president. He's only saying he is ready to make this country work. He wants this country to work, and he will collaborate with those that are ready to make this country work. Let's not forget that many people see Obi as president of Nigeria. Till date, people address him as His Excellency, Your Excellency, our president, the obedient. They see him as president. And many people wished Obi won that election. Many people claim that Obi won the election, but was rigged out. His mandate was stolen from him. But then, that doesn't take the respect people have for Obi. Obi has really gained the trust of majority of Nigerians. Other people may disagree with Obi's ideologies, but that's fine. Everybody has their own ideologies. Your ideology may be different from mine. That is good and fine. But majority, mostly the Nigerian youths, they've keyed into Obi's perspective. They've keyed into Obi's ideas. Seeing that Obi is a man of, a man of integrity to some extent, and one that wants to see this country work, one that is productive, that wants to move our country from a consuming nation to a productive nation. And that is what Nigeria needs at this moment. That is what we need. So a lot of people are anticipating that ahead of 2027, Obi would also emerge as a presidential candidate, not as a vice presidential candidate to any person. But with the talks of a political merger at hand, with the talks of a political alliance with other opposition parties, then the possibility of Obi being a vice presidential candidate also comes to mind. To the eyes of many, it also comes to mind. Now, Obi saying he's ready to work with other persons, the likes of Atiku, Rabiu Kwankwaso, others in the country. Now, we know Atiku to be, more like an elder statesman. And Atiku has run for presidency for how many times? We can't count. Atiku has been running, ever since he stepped down as the vice president to Obasanjo. Atiku has been running. And with Atiku being in the picture, Obi also in the picture, who would give way for each other? So a lot of people visioned this possibility of Obi emerging as a vice presidential candidate to either Atiku or another person. We do not know. But Obi was once a vice presidential candidate to Atiku Abubakar. So people are seeing this possibility that if Obi says he's willing and open to work with other candidates, then people have visioned this picture that, okay, Obi is saying he wants to go back to Atiku and maybe become a vice presidential candidate. Obi never said that. Obi just expressed his willingness to make this country better. So I feel ahead of 2027, we will see more on this political alliance between Obi and other political gladiators in the country. I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.